Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Pete. Pete is from England in the UK. So let's see what Pete has to say. Enjoy the interview. Yes, hello Pete, how are you?
I'm good. So is it Will or William?
Either way,
Hey there.
William.
Awesome. Yeah.
So
But
tell me,
well,
how's your day going so far?
really, really good. Took the kids to see Santa and yeah, I did a bit of gardening before Christmas. How about you?
Oh my God, gardening, I love that. Oh wow, that's amazing, like a therapy for me.
It's nice, isn't it? It's a good workout as well. Yeah,
Totally.
the arms are going, so it feels good.
Yes, today's been great actually. It's on those gray days. To be honest, I'm gonna sound crazy now, but I love those sometimes those gray days where it's a bit dark, but it's okay. I think those days it felt a bit cozy sometimes, and I know some most of the people don't like that. However, on those autumn days where it's not too cold, it's not too warm, it's a little bit of I like those. So it's okay for me. For me, it's been a great day today. Yeah.
Well, that's why I did the gardening because I'm with you there. It's not too cold, but it's
Yeah.
not warm, and you can build a good sweat up getting the gardening done. And when you're
Absolutely. So
finished,
that's
that
a good.
nice breeze just feels so good on the skin. So I think this is perfect weather for it.
Yeah, I totally agree. Absolutely. So tell me, where are you from,
So I'm
Pete?
from originally Birmingham, and now live kind of Staffordshire way. But yeah, in the Midlands in the UK. Been here my whole life. Yeah, born and bred. Like I'd probably tell from the Brummie accent, very thick kind of Birmingham dialogue. But moved out to the countryside to kind of get just a nicer kind of cleaner environment, just be more in the countryside and the open air and the fields. And I really love that kind of thing.
And why did you change from Birmingham to there?
I think it's still kind of relatively close to Birmingham. It's not too far. It's a 40-minute drive. We have Wolverhampton, we have Bridgnorth, really nice kind of surrounding areas. It's kind of far enough away from everything to be quite
Hmm.
isolated when I want, which helps with the
Yeah.
filming and stuff like that. But then
Uh-huh.
it's also close enough for me to, go meet with network in Birmingham and meet people around the kind of adjacent areas. So it's a really good kind of perfect location for everything I use.
Wow. Peter, my God, your eyes are so blue. My God, get those your eyes. I was like, as soon as you put the camera on, I was like, oh my God, look his eyes. Wow.
No filter. There's no filter. It's on.
That's amazing. I'm sure like it's been for you like let's say I'm sure the attention. I'm sure people might spot it, might make comments regarding your eyes. Am I
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah. I mean, it's been a while since I've had one, so thank you. I'm very flattered.
That's
Um, but
amazing.
yeah, with the kind of right environment, especially on a sunny day, yeah, they kind of pop a little bit. And again, with the tattoos and the kind of bulk, they do kind of stand out a little bit sometimes, which is, it's a good thing. It's genetics. Don't control it, and it's just what I'm born with. But you got to use what you got in you. Will.
You know what? I'm from Brazil. And if you go to Brazil with
Mhm.
those eyes, everyone gonna be like, wow, look at those eyes.
That's,
I mean,
that's on my holiday list. Yeah, tick.
in Brazil, of course, there are some people with blue eyes as well. But I think our tendency is like we like those, those like blondie, gingers, and with those eyes like that, you'll be like, wow.
Thank you. It's a huge compliment. Thanks.
So let's start the interview, Pete, talking about your career. When I was checking your profile, you are a writer, a producer, a director. So walk me through a little bit more about your career.
Yeah, so it's an odd one. I've kind of always been in the business world myself, working for some of the biggest companies on the planet. And then I was approached a few years ago to be in the Essex Boys documentary. Just on Facebook, someone reached out to me and I said, "You've got a perfect look. We'd love to get you involved." And I thought this all seems a bit strange, but cool. So I jumped on and I went and did the documentary. And from there, it's just really took off. I've had people requesting me, been asked to go on shows. I've been on Late Night Lycett with Joe Lycett, Brassic. I did Silent Witness recently. I've been on a few kind of comedy shows, and I just thought I really enjoy this. It's a way to push my creativity and just, you kind of get in the business world, you get stuck in one lane and you
Totally.
don't get an opportunity to expand and be who you are. And the creative side definitely was kind of pulled out of me by those first few acting roles. I was really fortunate to get. And then I kind of thought, I had that kind of, I suppose, almost arrogant mindset where I was like, can't be that hard to make a film, right? It's very, very hard, William, to make a film.
Yeah.
And I learned that quickly. And I've just made my first film, Fall to the Top, and it's got some UK celebs in. And we've released that, and it's, the buzz around that has been absolutely incredible and great support around it. And then
Wow.
kind of 3/4 of the way through, I thought, can't be that hard to make a TV show, right? So I've just finished making a TV show and we're premiering that next weekend. So it really has just involved me meeting so many cool people. I've met celebs, but I've also met just some really cool creatives in the industry. And I've kind of found that we all kind of support each other, and even yourself kind of reaching out to me. Well, it's lovely to see that community group buy-in from everyone and how we all kind of work together to support each other. And I absolutely love that.
Amazing. I love those stories. I think when those opportunities come along and you just embrace it, you explore it, you feel it, you just put your mind there. I think that's the great part of it. You just need to put yourself out of your comfort zone and try new things. And you never know when can lead you to. So I get your point, and I love the story. Amazing.
I've certainly done some things that I typically would never do. I mean, walking on a stage in front of 8 million people in a kilt and a very small vest, that was never on my bucket list.
Oh my God.
But it was fantastic. Like, it was really good, very liberating, and loads of stuff we've done in my TV show, The B Team, firing like rockets into things and jumping off fans whilst driving at speed, and some of the stunt stuff, like stuff you don't ever sit and think, I'm going to end up doing that one day. And then as I'm writing the script, I'm going to write this in a little bit for me, a little bit for another actor, a little bit for a stuntman. Before you know it, we're driving vans, jumping off them,
Wow.
sword fights, kung fu tournaments in clubs in Manchester, and it just spirals very quickly. But you get to do a list of just such cool things that otherwise you wouldn't really have a reason to do. I have an excuse to do it now when I'm writing. I can, just slowly tick things off and go, I want to do this, let's throw it into the show. And it's great. It's great fun.
Wow, I love it. It's adventure, and I can feel your energy talking about it. I can feel it, how amazing it is to be involved in the industry where it brings the best of you. Amazing. Love it.
Appreciate it.
Are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Yeah, let's go.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have him, my best friend. Random questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play a song just first to relax before the first question, okay?
Okay.
Just let's do it. Right, so before we start the game, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about or don't want to answer, we can change, okay? First question for you is, what is the nicest thing a family member has ever done for you?
Tough one, isn't it? I think just being my family members is the nicest thing they can do for me. Being a creative writer, director, etc., there are times where I will just kind of bury myself in a hole to just get things done. And it's having family around to bring you a cup of tea, just bring you some food, just a little thing to show they're thinking of you. That just goes a million miles. When you're script writing, you really get into kind of a hole. You can spend 8 to 10 hours typing away and, you haven't even eaten. You haven't done anything other than just focus. So sometimes just the simple things really matter, like a cup of tea, being British, cup of tea and a biscuit, and that means the world to me. So that's stuff like that goes a long way.
And which person in your family, right this moment, you feel more close to or more connected with?
I think definitely my partner. She's most certainly the backbone. If I didn't have her, there would be times where I think I'd overload myself and burn out. And there are times, like I say, she will come in and kind of distract me just briefly, even with something really simple. But she would come in the room, distract me, and it's just that miniature breath I need to take before I can kind of step back in. So, yeah, she's valuable to me, to no extreme.
Wow. So tell me, how did your path cross for the very first time, if you can share, you and your partner?
We've known each other a very, very long time. I won't deny I was a bit of a tearaway when I was younger, in my younger drinking days. And she was just one of our friends that used to come out with us. So we've known each other nearly 20 years now.
Wow.
And kind of, we've both had various partners. We've been married in the past and stuff. And I think after such a long time, we'd kept so close with each other, and we just end up seeing each other as a result. She'd seen my best, she'd seen my worst, and she still hung around, which is, something in itself. And yeah, here we are today. Very, very happy.
Wow. Okay, so she's watching this interview right now. When you have a moment, an opportunity to send her a message, what should you say? She's watching.
I think my message would be thank you for everything you do for me. Thank you for all the little things I never get to say thank you for. Thank you for just being my backbone, my inspiration and my muse. And just for being you. There couldn't be anyone else.
Sweet. Beautiful. Next question. Let's do it. Hey, Pete. Next question is, this one is going to be very easy for you because you already mentioned that you have kids. So if you were to raise a child, what is the most important thing would you like them to learn?
I think it's equality. I think I find beauty in how innocent children are, and they don't see certain things like race, gender. They just accept people for who they are. And I would love my children to carry that into adulthood and just to continue having that mindset, to not form any stereotypes or to not build any kind of illogical fears around people based on the media they're going to see and socials and all that stuff that's coming for them when they're a little bit older. I just want them to keep that open mind as children right into adulthood and be kind of as pure as they can with it.
Tell me so far, what has been the most meaningful lesson you've learned from your kids?
Be honest. To just be completely honest. In life, there are times where it will cost you. It will cost you friends. It will cost you potentially jobs, all those important milestones. But I think as long as you're honest to yourself and you don't try and please everyone all the time, you can never turn around and say, I didn't try my best and give my all. And if those people aren't meant to be around you, then they're just not meant to be, are they? Well, they're honest and you're honest. It's a clear path for everyone,
What's the biggest joy of being you? What do you like the most about being Pete?
I suppose it's a little bit of both. I am incredibly intense with what I do. I give 100% passion, drive, and ambition. And I've been told by people that it's very rare quality. They haven't met people as driven and direct as me, and I love that. I mean, that's a double-edged sword as well. That can annoy and irritate people at times. I take the feedback, but I love that. If I didn't have dreams and ambitions to get where I am, if I didn't have that mindset of how hard can it be to make a film, how hard can it be to write a script, how hard can it be to get celebrities on board in what I'm doing, it's that drive and ambition that's got me to where I am today, and I'm incredibly grateful to be where I am, if I'm honest.
Wow. What's your star sign astrology, Pete?
My star sign?
Yeah.
It's Cancer from memory. Is it July time? So yeah, Cancer.
I see. No, I thought you would be Scorpio because I'm Scorpio. I'm very intense as well. Like I'm literally like who people around me, if when I love something, people will know. They will see it because I put everything. I'm very intense. I'm very passionate about what I do. And I thought, okay, he might have some Scorpio there, maybe.
I think it's interesting you say that because people often kind of mistake, I suppose, hubris for arrogance. And they'll think I'm incredibly arrogant. And I'm just very passionate and proud of the things I do. And a big thing for me is pulling people on that journey with me. I don't think anyone is self-made. I don't think anyone does anything on their own. It's the connections and networks you have and the energies you have around you. So you do have people like Scorpios, like yourself, who I could pull into my project. And you could be just huge assets to anything I'm doing. And it's having those right people around you at the right times that will support you when you're there. And you can support vice versa. I don't think anyone kind of carries themselves in this day and age. I think we all need to support and look after each other. And that's something I really enjoy doing as well.
Very important, you just said right now. You never get anywhere alone. Never. You need people around you. I call angels. You need those, people around you to dream along with you, to believe as well in the same. I've got goosebumps now saying that because it's so powerful. It's very powerful. You never get anywhere alone. You need those special people by your side to challenge you, to encourage you, to push you, to tell when you're wrong, to tell when you are the best, to tell everything, to be completely honest with you when needs to be. So I think that's very important for sure. Very good message there. I love it.
Yeah.
Next question. Let's do it. Right, so before the next question, tell me what's the big inspiration for you to create your movie? Back to the Top, the name of your movie you mentioned before?
Yeah, so my movie's just come out Fall to the Top. It features Paul Chuckle, Pete Bennett, George Newton, Big Joe Egan, the boxer, who's fantastic to work with. And it's a London kind of based UK gritty gangster film. And it really stemmed from being approached to make a showreel for someone. I'd done a little bit of writing in the past, and a few people have gone, you should do more. And it's not, I suppose, coming up as kind of a typical man/lad, being creative was always kind of frowned upon. It was, that's not what men do. So I kind of wrote stuff and hid it away and kind of never went back. And then I wrote this feature film, and I absolutely loved every second of it. I wrote the entire script in 2 weeks. So it's about 90 pages. As I said, I sat down, I just got through it and then read it back, and I thought, oh, it's all right. And I sent it to a few kind of ghost readers, and they said, this is brilliant. You have to make this into a film. And I started reaching out. And like I said, I'd done a few things on TV with, celebrities and well-known names. And I started reaching out to them going, do you want to come be in my film? I expect them to turn around and go, no, who are you? And they all went, yeah, send us a script. And, some people said no. Jason Statham was busy. So, that didn't happen. But, a few of the celebs read in and they went, we love this. Yeah, let's make this happen. And, like 4 or 5 weeks later, I'm on set making a movie, and it's bizarre. And then before you knew it, it's done and it's ready to go. And we had a world premiere in Sheffield, and it was absolutely, the energy there was fantastic, and everyone was completely bought in. And it's just gone from there, really. Like I said, we've just finished the B Team TV show, and I'm already writing another feature film now, and I've got another sitcom ready to go in the background. So I'm always pushing for that next big thing, but everything on mine also gets all of my focus until it is perfect and how I want it. So, and that's kind of the journey I've been on. Like I said, I'm very fortunate, and I've worked hard as well myself, but it's those people that have come around me as well and supported me that have made that work. And as I said, I'm just so incredibly grateful to everyone for that.
Beautiful. Next question for you is, what has been the happiest point in your life so far?
I think the normal answer is having your kids, isn't it? And that was, but that's too cliche, isn't it?
No, just come to your heart, your answer. There's no right or wrong.
I mean, having my children's top, but I think, alongside that, and obviously outside of meeting my partner, I think when we did the premiere for the film, and I'm not very well at receiving praise, it's just not something I've ever had and something I do. So many people were telling me how good the film was and how they enjoyed just being part of my set, let alone the film. Everyone who films me just say how much they enjoy being on our sets, how much fun they are, what a great time they have, how they're directed, how they're treated equally. I'll have a celebrity on set and I'll treat them as equal to an extra in the background. Everyone's equal on my sets, 100%. And it was really a nice moment when the film finished, and the whole cinema erupted with applause and people cheering and whooping and clapping their hands. And I thought, I've done something really good here. And, you get the tingles up your spine and the goosebumps, and it just absolutely everyone loved it. And I was incredibly proud of everyone that was in the production. And that was a really, really nice moment in my life for me. One that would probably be very hard to replicate again.
Wow. And for you, during the whole process, what was the most challenging part since you started until the end? And tell me a wow moment, during the whole thing, not when finished, but like during the whole process. Tell me a wow moment, and tell me what was the most difficult part for you.
I think the wow moment was kind of being on set. Obviously, on my set days, I'm 100% focused on in it. Every now and again, especially on the one day we filmed with Paul Chuckle, I step back and it's like Paul Chuckle stood over there and he's working with me, and so surreal. Someone I've seen on TV for 30 plus years, who most of the UK have grown up with, for me to just go, he's on my set, he's working with me. I can just go up and talk to him. This is a normal guy. You know, he's the nicest guy in the world, and I can go talk to him. And that was very surreal, but absolutely, you know, I had the very similar moment when I met Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger's just stood there, and you're like, that's Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is the guy I idolized my entire life. And I went up, shook his hand. Arnold, let's have a photo. And he was the nicest man in the world. And it was just so surreal. It was like, is this real? I had to check my phone the morning after to make sure the pictures were there. I was like, I hadn't dreamed it or something. I was like, no, that's it. That's real. He's right in front of me. And moments like that are just, you know, incredible. But with Paul on set, that was, yeah, surreal. You just look over and he's, you know, stood having a cup of tea and, you know, you just go talk to him. It was brilliant. I think the hardest part for me, it was my directorial debut. We filmed it ourselves. I star in it myself. I've wrote the script myself, produced it myself, sorted all the marketing, the locations. I took on such a plethora of activities myself to make it happen because it is a low budget independent film. The hardest part for me was editing. I've never edited before. Didn't have a clue what I was doing. Went on eBay, bought £150 Turkish MacBook, which, you know, in case you didn't know, the Turkish MacBooks have Turkish keyboards. I don't speak Turkish. I don't understand what half the keys mean. So me sitting down with this MacBook and learning how to edit, that was such a steep learning curve for me as an individual. And I had to pull so many new skills and talents and reach out to people, and especially kind of around stuff like sound. Sound is very hard to get right. And I pulled my hair out getting the sound to the level I did. And it was really a case of once I'd done it, played it back for the first time on my TV, I was like, this is pretty good. I'm actually genuinely pleasantly surprised at how good this is. And then I sent it to a few people because I thought maybe I'm biased, you know. They said, no, we love it. It's really good. And then a cinema reached out to me and went, we want to play this world premiere. Here's a cinema, here's a date. Come and make it happen with us.
Wow.
And that's what we did, you know. But the editing was hard. And I've learned so much since now. We're going into my TV show where I'm editing so much quicker, easier. I know the tips, I know the tricks, I know the shortcuts, I know the Turkish keys, which at some point I am going to upgrade that MacBook. But for now, it's comfort. And I'm like, I can slot the show together really quickly. I could do a 30-minute episode. I can edit that in 3-4 hours now. Whereas Full to the Top, I'd spend 10 plus hours of time trying to figure it out. And that was really hard for someone who kind of normally picks something up really quick. So to kind of have to really step back and learn something new, that was hard. But once I got it, I was incredibly happy with it.
Amazing. 3 questions left. Let's do it. Yes, you can always dance with me.
Yes, of course.
Next question is, what was the biggest punishment you ever received?
Yeah, I mean, I think it would have to be my childhood. I don't think I've been punished for a very long time. Not in a PG way, anyway. But I'd probably say like losing my bus fare as a kid and then having to walk home, which was about 2 miles, which for a kid of 13, 14, yeah, it's quite a walk. I think that's probably the worst punishment. It was self-inflicted because I'd lost my bus fare. I didn't look after it myself. So the lesson was to always look after stuff, especially money. I mean, that's a commodity. We all need that. So yeah, I wouldn't say I've been good with money since. I mean, I'm making films. That's never a smart financial investment, let's be honest. But yeah, most definitely the punishment there was take care of your money, take care of things that matter to you, look after things, make sure you know where you've put them and always keep an eye on them. So that's probably the only one I can pull up.
I like that. You know, Pete, as I can see, you're so passionate talking about your career, your life, your kids, your life overall. I think it's amazing to hear that. What would be the title of your memoir? What if you could, as you write as well, let's see that, the whole Pete story is there, the life is all written there, but in the title, what it would be?
I think it would be Don't Try This at Home. In a way, don't do what I've done. Read my memoirs and do the counter opposite of everything I've done, and you'll get so much further than me, so much quicker. I'm very fortunate and I'm very happy with this life. But if there were things I could go back and relearn and redo, I definitely would. Yeah, as I think we all are, Will. I think all of us would do things slightly different. I would certainly have bought stocks in Apple and Microsoft many years ago, if I'm being honest. I think every person would, wouldn't they? But yeah, don't try this at home. That's the title of my memoirs.
I love it. And what's the meaning of life for you?
I think for me, I've been poor, I've had money. I think the meaning of life is to just find happiness, and you don't need to be rich for that. You don't need to be poor. I think you just need to find something that you truly enjoy, something that opens your eyes and makes you happy as an individual. And if you enjoy what you're doing, you will always have happiness. It doesn't need to have money. It could be as simple as walking on a beach. It could be something as simple as reading a book. But if you find something you're truly invested in, I think that's what life is about. If you can get through life with that mindset and that mantra, push money out of your head and just do the things you enjoy, I think that's what life's about. Just truly living every moment to the most that you can.
Do you believe that happiness is a choice?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I really do.
Right.
I think we all have our own mindsets. We all have our own issues and problems. I think it's how you approach them that matters as an individual. You can be really down about things, or you can find a silver lining in everything you do. And I think that's what I do. I will always make the best of a bad scenario. And if there is something bad that pops up, then try and find something good in it. If there isn't anything good, then learn from it and learn not to do that again. I mean, it really is that simple to me. On paper, it's simple. In real life, it's not, is it? You know, there are obstacles, there are things that get in the way, but ultimately, always have that positive spin on everything you do and never leave something in a negative kind of, yeah, so you don't learn that way. You have to be positive to push through and kind of grow through adversity. And that's, I think, a really positive thing for anyone to pick up.
Totally. 2 questions left. Let's do it. Okay, next question is, would you rather be invisible or be able to fly? And what would you do?
That's a good one. I think fly, for me, I think invisible one's too easy. We all know what we do if we're invisible. Let's not go there. Fly. I'm going to fly. I would like the freedom. I would just like that ability to just soar up above the sky and just look down and enjoy life in a peaceful environment. And I think that would be priceless, wouldn't it? You know, to just be able to soar above the clouds, take a step back from life and just enjoy the feeling of the wind in your face, and yeah, to just feel alive in that moment. That I would fly, definitely.
And if you could fly anywhere in the world right this moment, right now, where would you fly and why?
Los Angeles. I absolutely love Los Angeles. Try and get there as often as possible, which, you know, given the way things are in life, it's not as much as I'd like. But I just love LA. I love the vibe. I love the people. I love how open and welcoming everybody is. It's just it's such an opposite to the UK.
Right.
And the UK has so many positive things going for it. But LA is the counter opposite and also has just such great things happening. And especially, you know, you go for a lovely walk down Venice Beach, you know, you go to Santa Monica. But if you want to go somewhere else, you can go kind of Beverly Hills and do some shopping. And, you know, it's just such a chilled way of doing things as well. There's no hassle, there's no headache, there's no one bothering you. We've kind of, I've gone to the rough areas, we've been to Skid Row, and, you know, even in areas like Skid Row, they're all still somewhat positive about life, even though it's not great for them. They're still positive. They're still out. They're still doing open air barbecues. They're still trying to make money. They're hustling. You know, it's great. It's really good to see. Even in the worst times, they're making the most of everything they've got. So yeah, LA. It just has the vibe. And as we said, you know, nice warm weather. Wouldn't go totally amiss on the odd day compared to over here. So yeah, LA for me definitely.
Right. Still, I had so many guests here on the show from LA, you know, and they tell what the vibe of the city can be crowded sometimes. I think it's a place where people, they are chasing their dreams. I think everyone there is, you know, chasing their dreams. It's the place where, you know, the movie industry. So it's a lot happening there. The traffic can be a bit challenging, as they say, you know, it's something that However, nothing can be perfect. There's always something. There's always a downside.
Have you ever been to LA, Will?
No, I never. I never been to LA.
You
No.
need to go. You would love it. It is very, very cool. It's I would recommend everyone go at least once. It's not for everyone, but I mean, yeah, you can go do shopping and you can go on the beach, and yeah, it's a nice place. I would recommend it, especially if you're from Brazil. You know, it's the climate must be very similar temperature wise.
Totally.
I think you'd
Yeah.
enjoy it.
You talk about LA, I think I'm not from Rio de Janeiro, but I lived in Rio before, and Rio they have this vibe as well. Where it's the weather, they find all the seas, they find everything. Not all the season, no. It's not. There's no cold there, winter like other places. However, it's the sun is always shining. The people they're always this vibe about being on the seaside, and it's the energy in Rio. There's no one else other place. If you go to Rio, it's gonna be tricky for you to choose LA or Rio. You're gonna see. You tell me one day, okay?
I will. You know what? I will try Rio one day. I need to stop going the same place. I do need to broaden those horizons.
Yes.
Definitely. Yeah, 100%.
Tell me 3 names of 3 artists that you always been inspired by in your business industry, in the filmmaking industry.
Definitely Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
You know, what he's done, what he's accomplished, his drive, his mindset. I don't think anyone has ever matched that, in my opinion.
Okay.
I really like Rob McElhenney, the creator of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. A guy who just weren't getting acting roles and just went, you know what, I'm going to go make my own show. And he did, and it just blew up. And I think they're on 18 seasons now. Such an accomplishment. And he's just bought a football club down the road from me as well with Ryan Reynolds. He's doing all right. He did pretty well, and he lives in LA.
All right, he's doing all right. He's doing very well.
He's done well. Yeah, he's done all right, considering he couldn't get any acting roles 20 years ago. And,
wow.
Now he's done incredible. I think my third one, probably a darker kind of comedian and a darker humour, because I do quite like offensive comedy and humour. I would probably say a British comedian called Frankie Boyle. He's very, very offensive and very dark. But again, if you find the positivity, you'll realise that what he's saying does have positive messages. The offence is in the people who can't read through the lines and see the darkness, as opposed to him trying to offend you. That's his job. That's what makes you laugh. And because it's on a scale that people don't talk about, it just ticks a very different box. And that, to me, he's been censored, he's been shut down multiple times, and he just keeps coming back for more. So that adversity, I absolutely love that. So he's inspired some of my earlier comedy writing, especially.
Okay. So one day you're gonna wake up in the morning having 3 missed calls on your phone from those 3 you just mentioned now. Which one call back straight away? Which one send a message? I'll call you back later. And the third one, you don't call back, you just ignore them for now.
Arnold's getting the call straight away. Yeah, definitely picking the phone up to him. Yeah, that's a given. Rob will get the text because he seems a very chill guy. I think a phone call is just, drop me a message and we'll chat. There's no rush. End of. I'd have to ignore Frankie purely for the fact that if he's phoning me, you never know what you're going to get when you pick up, do you? You know what I mean? Especially if I'm on a loudspeaker, I don't know where I am. He's someone I'd have to keep close to the ear instead of the loudspeaker. I couldn't trust that one. So I'd probably ignore that one if I'm honest with you. Well,
by the way, 3 of them, they are watching this interview right now, okay? Just to let you know, they are watching, okay?
Brilliant. Thank you. Call me. I'll answer to one of you.
Last question, ready?
Let's go.
Let's do it. That's fun. Okay, before the last question, Christmas is just around the corner. Yeah, so tell me, what's your connection with Christmas?
I was raised as a Catholic. I didn't really fit and sit with me. And I found all the messages and all that kind of somewhat bizarre, And I kind of, the commercial aspect of it, I also felt kind of lost a lot as well. For me, it's just about spending time with my family. I spend so much time working in the year, so much time away, so much time just not getting time at home in the way I'd like. It is a period where I can just switch off and go, this time is for you guys and us. And we can just truly enjoy eating way too much food, watching terrible TV, opening gifts at, they're just ridiculous, let's be honest. And just enjoying time together. And then obviously meeting with family and friends as well, which you don't get to do year round. It's making time for people and saying, business, you can wait. This is my time. And that's the real message of Christmas for me. The commercial stuff, I'm not so big on. The religious side, it's not me. It's just, each to their own. But I enjoy the family time. That's my win every year.
Wow. So tell me one movie that you need to watch every Christmas season. Could be, Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, you need to watch it. It's like a tradition for you. Tell me a music that when you listen to the very first time, when it comes out, you go, oh my God, it's Christmas happening now. And also a food that for you, it's a must. You need to have this food on Christmas season. Tell me.
For me, Elf, I think, with Will Ferrell.
Okay.
Really childish. I can watch it with the kids. Will Ferrell's a fantastic actor. That film's not aged at all. It's still brilliant now. Yeah. The humour's just dark enough for the adults and the kids to kind of be enjoying fully. And I really like that film. It's a very good one. Very, very closely followed by Die Hard, I think, which will spark a debate, I'm sure, Christmas film or not. It is, there's a tree in it. It's a Christmas film. He ties a gun to his head with wrapping paper tape. It's a Christmas film, end of. But music, I think Blink-182, I'm a huge fan of them. I Won't Be Home for Christmas, not a traditional Christmas song at all, not PG. As soon as I hear that, I get in the mood. Had it on in the car earlier, straight into Christmas, 100%.
Amazing.
And a food, I'm not a big fan of turkey. So on Christmas Day, my win is a prawn cocktail, a huge bowl the size of your head, prawn cocktail, that every Christmas religiously without fail. 100%. As soon as I have that, that's Christmas for me. I'm a happy man.
Amazing. Great. Next question for you is, talking about food, tell me one food that you could eat for the rest of your life.
I do like to train and weight lift and, keep myself in good shape. For me, it's crisps. I can't go without crisps, like chips. I like every flavour, and I would happily sit with bags and bags and bags of them and just eat them all day long. I absolutely love them. They're bad for you. They're not great. The variety of flavours of crisps you can get across the entire planet. And every time I visit a new country, I have to try new ones. And I absolutely love that. And they're accessible anywhere, and you can get small bags, massive bags. So I can eat a tub of Pringles in one sitting with no trouble at all. Obviously, I have to work out a little bit harder at the gym then to make up for it and get some steak and eggs in off the back. But yes, weirdly crisps, what I enjoy.
And there is something that you cannot eat at all, or you don't like to eat?
I kind of eat pretty much everything, if I'm honest with you. A few veg, maybe swede. I'm not a big fan of swede, and parsnips. They're a little bit sweet for me on a Sunday dinner. But other than that, I like pretty much everything. I will eat literally anything you put in front of me.
Welcome to the club. I'm the same as well. I'm very easy. I'm very easy. Yeah. Right, so on the end yet, let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to say some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking.
Okay.
Let's start with family.
Love.
Money.
None.
Fear.
Happiness.
Life.
Death.
Love.
Loss.
Religion.
No.
Sex.
Lots.
I thought you say yes.
Lots of, yes.
One word for friendship.
Companionship.
Desire.
Love.
Regrets.
I suppose heartache.
One word for success.
Happiness.
Wish.
Granted.
One word for happiness.
I think completion.
One word for England.
Home.
One word for movies.
Love.
One word for producer or director.
Stress.
And the last one now, if you could define, you said you are working now in a TV series called B Team.
The B Team, yes.
The B Team. So if you could define one word for the B Team, what that would be?
Insane. just insane, absolute craziness. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Right, let's pretend now I'm going to meet actually one word for 2025.
Um, Busy. I think for me, busy, but good.
I like busy.
Mm,
Let's
yeah.
pretend now I'm going to meet your partner for a coffee, and I'm going to ask her, define Pete in one positive and one negative word only. What she would say about you?
Driven and nightmare.
I'm not gonna go into nightmare because I don't want to know the details because I'm sure there's a few
I'm
things
just
there.
very hard to put up with. I have things I want done a specific way, and if I don't, yeah, I'm a nightmare to be around.
She knows you very well for sure.
Very well. And hangs
Let,
around. That's what's important.
let's play now, Pete, in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. But before you ask me the question, I'm gonna put you in the spot again. Let's say one day someone come up to you and say, okay, Pete, you can follow just one career in your life as a writer, as a director, or as an actor. You can choose just one. What that would be?
I think it would be actor. You get to change and hide and become different people and try new things, and no two sets are ever the same. And I think that's exciting. That offers creativity, offers growth. You change as a person, and you can become more, you can become less equally, but you also get diversity and challenge as a result. And I think acting is truly what brings that, to be honest. That's what I enjoy the most.
Beautiful. Okay, Pete, you can ask me a question now.
What inspired you to do what you're doing now? What drove you, and what kind of really opened your eyes to do, what is absolutely brilliant? What drove you to do this?
Pete, during the interview, when I could feel your energy talking about your career, about your job, and I think that it relates a lot to me because, I think when you do something with passion, with love, there's no other way to go. 2020, when the world went upside down, people.
Yes.
So before that, I was already thinking about create something on YouTube where I could express myself. I could, connect with people. But as you know, there's so many, creativity people around the globe doing beautiful things. But I just want to do something that I could be myself. I could express myself the way I am, and I didn't know what I could do. Anyway, so just before COVID, just before, and when COVID hit, I find myself in a very dark place, like a lot
Mm,
of people. Not knowing was very hard,
mm,
and as I told you before, I'm very proactive. I love being on the go,
yeah.
cinema, like gym, working, I love it. And I was going home just to sleep. Literally, my life is still, I just come back. No, actually, I come back home to sleep and to do the magic box. They're, they're different thing now. However, when the COVID hit, of course, we couldn't go out. And I remember my friends telling me, William, I'm a bit worried with you because you always being very active and how you find it. And I was like, oh, I'm okay. I'm not doing well. But I wasn't. I wasn't, feeling well at the time.
It's such a man thing, isn't it? To go, yeah, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah,
I don't need to talk. When you do
yes,
need to talk.
absolutely, absolutely. And I thought, okay. And of course, during that time, I remember we could go out once a day for exercise. Yeah.
For a walk.
And
Yeah.
I was going for a run every day to clear my head, to put myself in a good place. And one of those runs, Pete, I remember the moment. I got goosebumps now. I remember the moment. I remember the place in the park where this idea came along. And I stopped for a minute. I was like, oh my God, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create some questions. I'm going to research some questions. And I'm just going to invite random people around the globe to see their point of views, to see the way they live, how they express themselves without any judgment. And I remember going back home. I had a picture that of me, like write the question I put in my bed, like select some question, organize some question. And I said, my God, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create some question. I'm going to see what people's, think about different topics. And that's how, when the idea came along, literally, like in a run in the park, literally, that's how the idea came along. Saying that, I was already doing this without knowing. For example, as a teenager back in Brazil, I remember like on my school breaks, I was like asking my colleagues, who is your favorite teacher? Tell me something interesting about your child. I was already doing
Just
that,
interviewing
and I
your
didn't know. So
schoolmates. Yeah.
it's funny because you know sometimes, and I was searching for what I came to this world for. What's something about me that I can wake up every day thinking about, but I didn't know, and it was already there. But I did. I'm so thankful for this hard time that I went through COVID to this for to somehow come up, because as I told you before, I was so active, and I still is. I was so active with my life that I forgot maybe to look into myself, to find a passion that was there. And COVID brought me that. COVID locked me, for me to be in a very dark place at the same time as well, something just flourish. And that's how the Magic Box started. The Magic Box started through this time where I had some time. I wasn't feeling well, but I just wanted to do something that I could express myself, and this idea came along. So I'm very grateful for that moment. And also, I would like to mention that all of us, we can do different things in life and feel the happiest. I think we have this ability, all of us, to do different things in life and feel the happiest, you know. And so yeah, that's how the Magic Box starts, through a run in the park, literally like that. Yeah.
Good. I just say I kind of agree with you there. Sometimes I love being busy like you.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're forced to stop is when you really get that helicopter view. You get to step back from everything and have actual clarity and time to think. And you said on your run, that's the perfect time. The endorphins are going, but there's nothing in your mind. And then, like, piercing idea just bang straight into your head. I love those moments. They're incredible. And what you've done with it as well, you haven't just kind of had an idea and sat on it. You've reached out to random strangers all around the world, and you've
Yes,
made
yeah.
that absolutely incredible off the back of it. So, well done to you, and props to you on
Thank
that
you so
one.
much. Thanks so much. And you made me remember now when I was approaching people in the beginning, because I didn't have the website, I didn't have anything on, because when I started doing the interview in June 2020, but I just launched the show in October. So when I launched the show, I had over 100 interviews already done. So just like I had a lot already.
Yeah.
And it's funny because when I was inviting people, I didn't have the show on yet. So imagine people, they're like, what? You want to invite me for the interview? What do you mean by that? So I need to explain everything. It's part of the journey, you know what I mean? Like the beginning, it was it was fun, because nowadays when I invite someone, they, of course, with the technology, people, they just can Google, can just go there, and everything's there. But in the beginning, there was nothing there. So people, they were like, why this guy want to interview me for? It was so
Is it a
fun.
scam? Are they trying to get
Yeah,
details off me? Like, you are apprehensive. And as an actor, you also have to be very careful about who interviews you as well.
totally.
Because
No,
reputation is, everything in this industry. So
no,
you
of
have to be
course.
careful.
No, of course. Actually, some people, they blocked me straight away when I
Oh,
said,
wow.
yeah. Some people, they blocked me. Some people, they were like, no, I don't want to do that. And some people, they reached me out afterwards to do it, the interview.
Brilliant. That's great.
It's part of the journey. I understand that. That's what I say. People here, I tell people, look, when I invite people, if they say yes, good. If they say no, good as well. It just didn't. It wasn't meant to be. So it's okay. You know what I mean? It's life. It's fun. But yeah, I had situations at the beginning that people, they were blocking me. People, they were like, well, who is this guy? Who is this crazy guy?
They're lost, Will. They're lost.
I love it. I love that. And I'm so grateful for all of that, because it's just part of the journey. It just, yeah. Did you have a good time?
Yes. I wanted to give you a second bonus question, because I'm sure everyone asks you something similar there. What's your favourite meal? Simple one. What's your favourite meal to eat?
Very simple, and as I told you before, that I'm very foodie, as they say. Yeah, I love. I've been told once to say that I love my food. It's a nice way to say that I love food.
Yes, I love food too. Yeah.
You know what? Paella. Paella is the Spanish one. I love paella. I've been raised back in Brazil eating rice every single day, every meal, with beans. So for me, rice, everything that has rice on it, I'm a big fan. But paella, I love paella. But I like the paella. I like both, like with the seafood or with meat only. Yeah. But I like both when they're mixed as well. Oh my God. I love it.
I've not tried that one. I've done seafood with the prawn and the octopus. I've not done the mixed. I'm going to have to try it, definitely.
Yes, I could eat paella every day and I'll be happy for the rest of my life, for sure.
Good choice. Very good choice.
Amazing. Pete, thanks again for the interview. Thanks for taking the time. I know you are a busy man and you made time for the interview. I appreciate your time. I appreciate for you to be here on the show with me and make this memory that you just made right now. So I appreciate your time. And also, it's amazing to hear you talking about your career, your life, your passion, your love for your family. And I think that's what the life is about. It's about to go for it, get busy, get some rest as well. The balance is good. However, keep going. That, it's visible. I can see through your eyes, through your blue eyes, that you're enjoying a lot. So keep going, and that's the way to be. Okay. And I see you one of your premieres one day for sure. Love to come and see. Okay. I love
100%. You are more than welcome. And thank you so much for having me. It's been really enjoyable and inspiring. Like, keep doing what you're doing. Ignore the ones that block you and say no. Keep going. Keep going.
No, we need that. We need those no's as well. No's, we need a lot of no's to get to the yes. Yes.
100%.
Before you go, Pete, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
I think for me, it's never limit yourself. Even if something's daunting and you don't think you can do it anyway. The worst you can do is fail. Unless it's jumping out of an airplane without a parachute, you will fail at that. But if there are goals and things you can do, have a go. If you fail, reach out to those around you. There are always people that will help, and just grab life by the horns, just do it. Don't ever look back. Just do what you want to do, get where you want to go, and become who you want to become.
Amazing. And whatever meant to be for you, it will find a way to get to you. So keep going. That's my message for sure as well.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Will.
And my regards to your family. Have a great Christmas, and I hope 2026 brings the best for you and you get even busier, okay?
Oh, and the same for you. And we will meet up and we'll go to a premiere together, mate. 100%, I promise.
Take care, okay? Have a good night.
And you will. Have a fantastic Christmas, mate.
Take care.
Bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye-bye. See you next time.